Hey guys, so right here we have an 18-inch 223 and a 18-inch 6-arc build. I wanted to kind of give you guys a little bit more detail on both of these because we've been getting a lot of questions, especially about the 6-arc stuff. So 6-arc was a round that was developed in collaboration with Hornady and Proof Research. So we have an 18-inch Proof Research barrel in this gray one here, as a cat can on the end of it. And because we're getting so many questions about it, we wanted to build out a system that allowed us to kind of stretch the 6-arc round out. It's super great to be behind because it is a 108 grain round, but it is moving at about 2,600 feet per second outside with the velocity, outside of the barrel. This other one here, the multicam black one, this is a 18-inch radian barrel, also with a cat can on the end. This one is in a 223-556, and this one is moving at about 3,010 feet per second out of the velocity. But that's with a 55 grain, like just range ammo. So we wanted to kind of play with the difference and just see something that has essentially half as many grains, how far, especially here, because we have about 1,000 yards to play with and it's pretty windy out. So how far we're able to stretch these out and see really if the heavier bullet is better to combat some of the wind that we're dealing with out here. All right, so for the 6-arc build here, guys, again, it's a radian chassis. So one of the benefits of the 6-arc build is that it's built off of a small AR frame, like a normal AR, like 15, 223-556 kind of frame, versus 6.5 Creedmoor, which is this last round here. These are built off of large frame ARs, so like 308 is kind of the more traditional one. So for large frame ARs, the problem with that is that there's only so many receivers on the market that can accept the large frame or the large rounds, the large frame receiver sets that are on the market, sorry. So the benefit of having a small frame of the 6-arc in whichever chassis you guys want. So for us, we're rocking the radian, upper, handguard, lower. We're able to use just a normal AR-15 setup. We take the upper off of this, we put on a normal 5.56 upper on it, and now the gun runs 5.56. If you're gonna run 6-arc, the two things you have to swap out, the barrel and then the bolt face, so the actual bolt inside the BCG. And then it runs the same mags. Granted, there are better mags to run out there that are like 6-arc specific mags, but you can feed it into a normal 223 mag. And then the buffers are the same as well. Normal mag pod, PMag, right? 6-arc rounds. As you can tell, the 6-arc comparatively to the 5.56 just has a little bit girthier brass on it. So it's only gonna be able to hold so many rounds. This is a 30 round PMag, but we can get to about 8. Before it starts to not be happy and not feed as reliably. So as you can tell, a little spicy trying to fit it inside of an actual PMag, but so we're looking around six rounds of the 6-arc fitting in a PMag to be able to make it function. If you keep going, what's happening is because the brass is thicker than the normal 223 or 5.56 rounds, is as you start loading it, the mag and the bullets start to like curve within the mag because of how much thicker the brass is versus the 223. That's why you have like slight cants on these versus like AK mags that are super canted. It's because it's the thickness of the brass. So alright guys, so one of the concerns that I hear people talking about when it comes to 6-arc, or I guess questions more than concerns, is what is the recoil like, right? So if you're trying to figure out which long range caliber to go with and trying to figure out whether or not 6-arc is a viable round, this is gonna be how the recoil is gonna be, essentially. Okay, definitely not terrible, definitely very manageable. It's actually not even remotely bad. So versus the 18-inch 223. Tell very manageable setup, obviously, an 18-inch 223 with a can. Good JP buffer system in the back. Definitely a very soft shooting gun as well. All right, guys. Again, thank you very much again, Hornady, for sending us the ammo for this. This build is super fun to shoot. It has really low recoil. The round is pushing through the wind, which is super decent out here because the wind is definitely not happy with us today. So having the heavier grain bullet to help us get through that is definitely nice, and then just the accuracy of it is insane. So really loving this proof research barrel, really liking the 6 ARC ammo. I think that over the years there's kind of interesting calibers that come about, and sometimes they stay and sometimes they kind of just eventually fade off. I think 6 ARC is definitely here to stay. So definitely try it out, boys.